So, one of the questions that gets asked a lot internally, even probably externally in groups, is how long will this last? Um, you know, um, I think the answer is complicated. It really just depends on your specific situation. Are you asking that question in the middle of a taper because you're in the middle of tolerance withdrawal and you're experiencing symptoms halfway through your taper? Are you mostly have you started experiencing symptoms after your taper? So for me, I had some mild symptoms, probably a couple months, 2 months before I finished my taper. Um, a few weeks after my taper is kind of when I went into more of an acute phase. The acute phase lasted several months, and I'm almost 10 months out and still recovering. Um, I've seen people heal in 3 months, 6 months, 3 weeks. Some people get off and get lucky. Some people are 9 months, 12 months, 15 months, 18 months, 2 years. I do believe that there's a lot of variables, underlying conditions, medications, use, abuse. It's it, while it can be scary to not know, it's the control side of things. It's going, okay, well, for me, I'll just use me, like, hey, part of me goes, hey man, you've been off for 10 months. Yes, you've made some improvements. Yes, you're improving. There's still times where you feel fear, where you feel anxiety, where you feel some sadness. Your cognition isn't what it used to be. Yes, I'm making I'm making tons and tons of progress in all of those areas. But there's part of me, through the healing process that normally I'm a super confident, happy-go-lucky guy that's fearful of, what if I never get better? What if this lasts forever? What if insert catastrophe? Right? It's called in CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy. It's called catastrophizing. So, recognizing that pattern and just leaning into your faith and your hope and just knowing that, I would argue that 99.9% of us will fully recover. There are cases that are tougher than others, but I know people who've, had spontaneous healing after 4 years, just 4 years of suffering and just boom, I'm better the next day. I think part of that was her taper, but, any event, I hold on to the hope that this too shall pass. I've seen a lot of progress myself personally, through the windows and waves, knowing that this will help. Like this is the healing that we need. This is what needs to happen for us to heal. It's also a time to grow, right? So my goal is to be the best version of myself as I heal through this journey. There's always opportunity for growth, but going into it with an intention of being the best version of myself. I've heard a lot of people come out of this and say, man, it was hell, but I am now the best version of myself. I'm empathetic, I'm loving, I'm caring, yada, yada, yada. So I pray that God blesses you with a full recovery. I pray God blesses me with a full recovery. And man, I wish you nothing but the best. I love you all and appreciate you all.